Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for
You get this whole couch to spread out on. Very nice.
Yeah, I feel like I need a psychotherapist. This is nice.
Okay. I'm not licensed, but I will bravely do it. But you just can't sue me if anything happens.
Hi, everyone. Hi, how are you? Good.
I like the one. That's a good one. I like that. I also appreciate you matching the vibe.
Yeah.
We are two bleach blondes. In all black.
Targaryens. That's what we
Yes,
are.
That's
Yeah,
why
we're
they
going
gave you
for
to
this.
me.
Exactly.
I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
He planned it with me.
Yeah.
Is it your first time in Columbus?
No, I've been here
Really?
twice before. I used to
no
play
way.
in a band, and we came through years ago. We played the first show we played here was in like a small radio station, and then the second show was in a club. Both were amazing. So whenever I come here, I'm always filled with like good memories and joy. So it's a pleasure to be back.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good
counterfeit.
to hear. Yeah, the people of Columbus are just great.
Y'all are so sweet. It's always a pleasure to be here.
It's my favorite GalaxyCon. If anybody else asks me that, I'll deny it. But y'all are my favorite audience that we have. Yes. I'm going to ask just some very basic origin story questions and save the fun questions for our lovely guests. By the way, y'all can start lining up if you have a question. I wanted to know kind of what got you into acting. I know, that's such a broad question.
I was that sort of precocious child that put on shows for their parents when I was really young, like starting at like maybe 5 or 6, you know. And I was very fortunate. My parents noticed a desire in me to be a precocious child. So they found a school in the south coast of England, and we moved from London when I was like 9, so that I could be near this school that was very artistic. And so, you know, sort of was nurtured at this amazing educational establishment, and then joined my local youth theatre when I was like 11, and then I did National Youth Theatre and National Youth Music Theatre. And then wanted to go to drama school, and just found this incredible job called Sweeney Todd and got the part.
Familiar. We're familiar with it.
Yeah, so, I mean, just a combination of sheer stupidity, determination, and luck.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you've done movies, you have done television, theater. You also said you're a musician.
Yes.
I heard that you have a new music project called Blood Magic.
I do, yes.
Can you talk about that and like what got you into being in a band when you're already a successful actor?
Oh, well, I was playing music from when I was like, well, I mean, I've always played music, but I used to drum in an indie band in London when I was like 16, 17. And, you know, even when we made Sweeney Todd, after that, like, I remember driving out to Brighton to play a show to, like, 4 people. The promoter ran off with our gas money.
Sick, as they
yeah,
do.
It was fucking wild.
They're like, this is my take.
Yeah, exactly.
Live Nation, is that you?
Yeah. And so, you know, it's just been in my bloodstream. I think I just like to be creative. But I'd put down the band thing for a minute, you know, post-COVID. I'm 36. Touring life is really hard. Like, it's a lot. But I met this amazing drummer called Kyle, who I'm so blessed and privileged to have met. Kyle and I just got talking, and I was like, all right, let's make some music together. Let's make some heavy music again. So that's what we did.
That's very exciting. I'm sure everybody's very excited for any new music to drop.
Cool.
It's very cool.
Thank you.
Well, you already have a very big line.
Hello,
so
big
I will
line.
not keep him from you any longer. If you would like, go ahead and introduce yourself and then go ahead and ask your question.
Okay. Hi, my name's Haley.
Hi, Haley.
Hi, Haley.
Or Steve Harrington, whichever one you want to
Hi,
call me.
Steve.
Hi, Steve.
So my question is, obviously you play this very iconic villain on Stranger Things, probably one of the like best written ones in my opinion. But if you could pick any other character from Stranger Things to be, who would you be and why?
I really relate to both Max and Elle. Max, I particularly her like season 4 story. I think, you know, I think we can all relate to most of the characters in the show because they're the outsider, right? That's why the show is so successful, I think. And but Max's story in season 4 particularly was just really incredible, and Sadie did an amazing job. And 11 just because she's cool as shit, and I really like Millie. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Sorry I didn't say Steve.
Honorable mention.
Hi.
MCR fans.
I was gonna say.
Nice.
Yeah. My name's Samira. I just wanted to know, is there anything you can tell us, like one tiniest thing, or can you not, like about season 5, or can you not-
Netflix has assassins in the crowd
Yeah, there's
right
like a
now.
red dot's going to appear right here.
A Netflix NDA is the scariest thing you'll ever read.
I can tell you I finished. I wrapped like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so we're nearly there, which is wild. I don't know when it's coming out. Next year is all I know. Yeah, I can just say I had a lot of fun making it again. You know, I love the cast, I love the crew, and we just, you know, we're just like one big family. So yeah, that's all I can tell you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Hi, I'm Brooklyn.
Hi, Brooklyn.
So, this question's actually for my best friend who I'm on the phone with right now.
Hello, best friend who's on the phone.
Her name's Ellery. But, what was the hardest thing you had to do playing Vecna?
All of it? I mean, the hours were crazy. Just because, like, for season 4, it took 8 hours of application, and then I'd shoot for, you know, between 9 and 10 hours, and then it's like an hour or so de-rig, and then, you know, I'm like hanging out on set for like 45 minutes after that. So, you know, you're looking at a 20-hour day every time I do Vecna, which is amazing and fun. But after a while, you go a bit crazy, and you start just being a bit of an idiot, even more so than I normally am. But yeah, that was probably the hardest part, if I'm being honest. But I loved all of it so much that, like, there's no part of it that really sticks in the back of my brain as being like, oh, that was difficult. I mean, I remember like the snowball scene in season 4 with Max and Elle. Like, I remember just being exhausted and walking in and doing a rehearsal and like just not having the energy and being like, oh God, I really sucked during that rehearsal. Went outside and I was like, all right, kid, you've got 2 choices. You can either cry and go home, or you can put your big boy pants on and you can go back in there and you can do it properly. And like, that was like, all right, let's go. Like, you know, it's just like digging up that energy again, digging up that kind of, that vibe. It's hard. It can be tough, but I love it.
That's good. Thank you.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
When
it.
you say application, you were in full, for people that don't know, you were in full prosthetics.
Yes.
For that. It took 8 hours to get in every day?
8 hours to put on.
That
yeah.
is absolutely crazy. Did you go through a time where you were like, I have to get over the claustrophobia of it all? Or did that never affect you?
No, it was mainly caffeine that affected me. I don't know if anybody's ever suffered from like a caffeine overdose, but there's a very strange thing that can happen where the brain starts firing and you start to shake. Exactly. Doing that in full prosthetics is a strange experience.
Like, I'm not in
It's
my
like,
body.
I just like sit outside and like shake like this for like a good 20 minutes and be like, no more coffee.
And you
Like,
can't just
stop.
take it off between takes.
No, you can't. Me and Mike McKesh, who is an incredible makeup artist and who applied Vecna last season and this season, found this video. It's from some show, and it's this guy who's wearing full prosthetics, and he's on like a radio. He's trying to do like a gag, and he's like really hot, and he's like, it's so fucking hot in here, and he's like on the phone, and he's like, I'm gonna rip the chin off, and they're like, please don't rip the chin off. He's like, I'm taking the chin off.
It took 2 hours, please.
Yeah, exactly. So that became like a thing for this season where like if I was really tired, I just turn to Mike and go, I'm ripping the chin off. Yeah.
That's really good. Well, we're happy that you suffered for us. Thank you.
Hey, suffering's my middle name.
There we go. Hi, my dear. What is your question?
Hi, my name is Peyton, and I just want to ask, what was the best movie you've done in your whole years of acting?
Ooh, no pressure.
Bloody Nora. That's not a film I made. I don't know. All of them? I just feel so privileged to
I
be
liked
able.
Twilight.
That's what you wanted me to say.
She said, I know you're about
Thank
to
you
answer.
for your answer.
but
It's been a
Twilight."
pleasure to meet you. All of them. I loved all of them. I'm so lucky to do what I do for a living. You know, there's never one that sticks out more than the others, because for me it's an artistic process and it's a life journey. You know, so I'm just lucky to be able to do what I do. You know, that's how I feel. Thank you. I'm
Thank you.
sorry. You look dejected.
They all held a special place in your heart.
They do. And in my brain.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
So, switching subjects a little bit, I would love to know who were your top listened to artists this year, like Spotify Wrapped style?
I don't use Spotify.
You an Apple Music?
Yeah.
I'm a tape guy.
I love cassettes.
Strictly vinyl, me. I'm analog like that and super cool. I couldn't tell you. I mean, I can tell you, like, you won't go before you're supposed to. By Knocked Loose has definitely been like very much on repeat this year for me.
Arf.
Yeah, a bit of arf arf, exactly. That's very much been on repeat this year for me, just with Vecna and with the show, and I'm a fan of the band. So they're probably up there. Norma Jean, again, is probably up there. Counterparts released a new EP like 2 months back. That's been on kind of constant repeat. And other than that, just like my friends' bands like Architects and Excerpts, Darker as well, who's amazing, Ethel Cain. Yeah, you anything heavy, dark or spooky, that's probably where you'll find me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kayla, and I have a statement and a question. I loved your role in Twilight, and love that we see like a bit of the same villain energy with Vecna. So thank you for that. But I would love to know your thoughts on my Stranger Things ending prediction. In the last season of the series,
I'm so nervous now.
I came up with this like as soon as we watched the last episode.
It's not getting any better.
It's so I just want to see it. I want to see the camera pan out to the boys playing D&D in Mike's basement. What is your thought on that?
That'd be so cute.
Like,
And Vecna is the DM.
You think it's normal, but they're still in a simulation.
And then he just winks at the camera.
yeah.
See you next time.
So I've had that theory since the day we watched that episode.
I love
So I
it.
just wanted to know your thought.
That's my thoughts. Vecna's the dungeon master.
It'd be so cool. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Cleo.
Hi, we've met. How are you?
Good. First of all, thank you for coming to Ohio. And second, my question is, what's the strangest fan interaction you've ever had?
Maybe the best fan interaction that you've ever had. Cleo, you're trying to get him canceled. Come on.
Well, I've said this many times. I once received a wheel of cheese. We were filming in it was Twilight in Baton Rouge, and somebody left a wheel of cheese for me at the hotel.
It's actually very thoughtful.
Kind of scary.
Unless you're lactose intolerant, then it's a assassination attempt.
So that's a good one. That's a good one. That's what I've got for you there. And then today, there were I don't know if they're in the hall here, but there were two people that turned up as Sweeney and Mrs. Lovett in the most amazing cosplay. That was really cool. That's really made my day. So wherever you are, there you are, my beautiful friends over there. They look amazing. So that's been cool.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Cleo.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi there.
I'm Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
So I remember seeing you in Stranger Things and going, huh, I know you. And then I'm like, I know you. So
I've met?
So when you were filming Mortal Instruments,
Yeah.
how was it filming in Casa Loma?
Where's Casa Loma?
Toronto, the castle?
The castle.
Were you
Like,
not
I
in the
blocked
castle?
this out.
How drunk was I?
I blocked this out of my life.
Oh, is that that's the institute?
Yes, it's the institute.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember.
Do you?
Kind of, he lies. I mean, I loved filming in Toronto. Like, Toronto's a very cool city. Like, it was really, really cool. Oh, yeah, I do remember that. Why do I feel like I can see a call sheet in my brain? I feel like I can see, like, you need to be here at 6 a.m. It was great. It was amazing. We had a lot of fun because we also filmed out in Hamilton as well for some of the Hotel de Moore stuff, which was pretty sick. But a lot of our stuff was done on stage. Yeah, so that's maybe why I'm why I'm missing this. But I loved my time filming there, and I got to, I got to learn so many cool things, like, stunt-wise and stuff that I've been doing since I was a kid, and apply that into film, which was really cool. And our stunt coordinator was a guy called John Frenette, who I recently saw again for the first time in years, which was super cool. So yeah, it was super fun. It was great. I mean, swinging a sword, doing front flips, being moody. Yeah, it's like, tick, 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 thank you, I'll do the job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi, my name's Katie.
Hi.
I know it was released like 17 years ago, but obviously you remember it. Sweeney Todd got me through chemo, and I just wanted to know, like, what was your favorite memory of making it with, like, that cast and crew?
Oh, man. I mean, probably I've got a few. My first day on set was with Johnny. I had just turned 18. We were stood on a ginormous boat that they'd built in the middle of Pinewood Studios, and there's this ginormous fan blowing our hair to make it look like we're going through, the Thames, and Johnny just turns to me and is like, "Hey, Jamie, that's your biggest fan." How cool is that? It was pretty sick. But I also did some stupid stuff. Like, I think one of the first times I met Stephen Sondheim was, like, in a rehearsal room, and I kicked a bottle of water across the floor because it was just, like, on the floor. I was like, "Hi, I'm Jamie." Goosh. Oh, fuck. Which was highly embarrassing, and I can't believe I just said that out loud. But again, all of it, and working with Tim and seeing the way Tim works and his mind and being part of his universe, like, what a privilege, like, what a treat. But yeah, those are probably my top two.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, Jamie. Me again.
Hi, me again.
Ashley. First of all, again, thank you so much for being here. Meeting you is now my favorite part of 2024.
Aw.
And as I told you earlier, I love you in both Stranger Things and Twilight. They're both a big part of me. And you play very powerful beings in both franchises, so I have to know, who would win in a fight, Caius or Vecna? And
Vecna.
Why? How would that go down?
He'd get into his mind. He'd, use his Zarch powers. That's what we call it. We call it Zarching when he puts his hand in. You do that thing. I say we call it that. Matt and Ross Duffer call it that, and I've just picked up on it. Vecna, definitely. He'd get into his mind and tell him he was not as miserable as he pretends to be, that he's actually a happy vampire. And that would really, like, trip him out.
I feel like Caius wouldn't want to be there, too.
Yeah.
I don't have time for this.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's who would win.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Enjoy the visual.
Hi, Jamie.
Hello again. How are you?
It's Rose. My question for you is, what are your top 5 goth and death metal bands?
Holy Lord. Death metal. Can I just use metal in general? I feel like death metal's, like, way too specific for me right now.
Yeah.
Revenge are really cool. Like, it's super dark. Mayhem, just because of, like, black metal and where that's all come from. Sun O, for me, I mean, it's drone metal, but it's pretty sick. Would you describe The Cure as goth? I guess you kind of, yeah? Thank you for that. I appreciate the support. Probably The Cure and Miley Cyrus.
She's so metal.
So you're more of a, like, a metal. You're, like, more of a metal fan. Like, you listen more to metal.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely love metal. I love heavy music. So yeah, that's my
Thank
thing.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi there.
I was just wondering what musical artists have had the most influence on you as an artist.
So many. I mean, I discovered Bob Dylan when I was like 15. I was reading Kerouac and Salinger, and I came across Dylan, the whole story of like, you know, Robert Zimmerman changing his name, traveling across America. I think that sort of like traveling man thing really connected with me at a really young age. But, you know, I'm such a sponge that at various different points and parts in my life, I've connected with different things. You know, like at the moment, I'm really into. I'm kind of like digging into more like gospel music. There was a group called the Staple Singers who sort of ultimately ended up becoming more of like a soul funk group, but they started out as like a sort of church gospel group, and they had a record called The Freedom Highway, which came out in, I think, around 1960, 1950s, like late 50s, early 60s, around the civil rights movement here, which was really powerful and really beautiful. And I love all of that stuff. It's really hard to find gospel music that's been recorded because it takes place, you know, so much live. Nick Cave in recent years has had a huge impact on me. Again, The Cure as well. I mean, and I think The Cure is really interesting for me because they're an incredible band, and what they do is they use, you know, like their earlier work, like Pornography, which is one of my favorite records of all time. You know, they're using 3 chords, and that's it. But somehow you're taken on this incredible journey musically, and I used to feel like, oh, I've got to write music that's like constantly modulating and shifting. And actually, I can go back to the simplicity of just using 3 chords in a story, which is also very country as well. You know, country music does that beautifully too. So it really depends on what era of my life you're looking at. Like when I was 17, drumming in an indie band, you know, we had a band in the UK called the Libertines who were, you know, wildly successful and hugely popular. And, you know, they very much influenced our style and how we wanted to play and how we wanted to present ourselves. And then, you know, with Counterfeit, you know, I kind of fell in with the people that I now, you know, like consider my friends, you know, bands like Architects and things like that. And so they obviously had a big impact on me as well. I'm nowhere near as good at writing music as those guys, but, you know, it was definitely something that was in me. Bands like Gallows and Frank Carter definitely had a huge influence on me. So it really depends, you know, on where I'm at in my musical journey. And I feel like as I'm growing and as I'm progressing as a human being, I just find more that I connect to as I grow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hi, I'm Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Do you remember the first time you were ever recognized by a fan? How it made you feel?
No, but do you know what I do remember is I remember a friend of mine, us being stopped on the street when I was in my late teens and somebody recognizing me and her turning around to me, and I was like, I got recognized, and she was like, "Dear diary, today I got recognized."
She read you.
Yeah, I was like, please don't see me.
What a good friend, though, honestly.
I do not. It was probably, it was probably at a premiere, realistically. You know, it was probably at the premiere of Sweeney Todd. I think, you know, signing autographs for the first time is like a wildly, I don't know, it's a weird experience. It's odd. Yeah. Can't really describe how it feels. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello again.
Hello.
It's Emma. So I just wanted to first off say thank you for, like, we've had multiple interactions now, and you've actually seemed like a celebrity that actually cares about their fans and wants to take time to learn about us and meet us, so I appreciate you for that. And within those interactions, I've been wanting to ask you, what cologne are you wearing?
Wow, I love that question.
You know, I received this cologne that I'm wearing at the moment as a gift about 3 or 4 months ago. And I walked into my local Starbucks in Atlanta after receiving it and coming back, and somebody was like, who is that smells so good? And I was like,
I'll die in this scene.
yeah, exactly. I was like, yes, it's me. Sadie Sink said the same thing, you know, like the day after. It's by Hugo Boss, and I can't for the life of me remember what the name is.
What does the bottle look like?
It's black with a gold top.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Googlers, get on it and figure it out.
Yeah,
Shout
no,
it out.
no, that's hard though, because I thought I'd lost it at the gym a couple of months back, so I bought a new one. I hadn't lost it, but the new one that I bought was not the same. So good luck is what I'm saying. Good luck.
Hello, Jamie.
Hello.
My name's Emma.
Hi, Emma.
And I have a bit of a random and weird question. So Grindelwald and Vecna was two of my favorite villains of all time. So who do you think would be able to come up with the cheesiest pickup line? What do you think it would be?
It's got to be Vecna, but I'm not sure what it would be.
I can't imagine Vecna giving you a pickup line, though. I would be so scared. No.
Ever been zarched?
That's a great one. There it is.
Want to see my vines?
No. Very nice.
Vecna is also, by the way, I was just going to tell you something. Vecna, when I'm in it, you know how Vecna looks kind of glossy? The reason Vecna looks glossy is because he's covered in KY lubricant.
That on top of the pickup line.
Exactly. Sexy Vecna.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hello again. How are you?
Hi, Jamie. I'm Emily.
Hi.
I have to ask you, I know that you filmed a movie in New Orleans. Which board?
We filmed in Montreal, but the movie is based in New Orleans.
So what was it like working on that movie? And when will it come out? Do you know anything?
I don't know when it's going to come out. I know Chuck premiered the movie at Fantasia up in Montreal this year. And I know he's doing some work on it now. It was super fun. It's directed by Chuck Russell, and Chuck directed Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which was the sort of, you know, it kind of brought the franchise back to life again. And coincidentally, Frank Darabont is directing a couple of episodes of Stranger Things, and Frank Darabont wrote Nightmare on Elm Street 3. So there's a whole weird synergy thing going on there. Yeah, it was super fun. I play this like very, very camp occultist who is after one thing and one thing only, is sort of, you know, just hedonistic and a bit twisted. So again, ticks all the boxes for me.
From the trailer, it looks very interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
It's good fun, you know. I've seen a first cut. It's really good fun. It's a good ride, you know. It doesn't take itself wildly seriously, which I think is really fun. Yeah, it's just like it's nice sort of camp fun horror. I was like, all right, it sounds like fun. Let's do it.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi, my name is Serenity, and I was wondering, who's your favorite character? It can be a character that you played from any movie, book, TV show. Who's your favorite character? It can also be from a game.
Holy Lord.
So much to choose from.
Yeah, it's
They've
Holy
given
Lord.
you
It's Jesus Christ.
What a character, that
There you
guy.
go. Thank you so much. I've answered it. It happened.
Hello, Jamie.
Hi.
I'm Ileana.
Hi.
So, when you were auditioning for Vecna,
Yes.
did you know anything about Stranger Things or D&D or anything related to that?
I know very little about D&D still. I mean, I know more than I did, and I must confess, I haven't played D&D yet. I have played Magic: The Gathering, which I'm not very good at, and
No one is.
Right. Okay. Good.
one
Because I
is.
always feel like I'm holding people back.
No one's
Okay.
good at it.
Okay. Thank God for that. I'm like a land. Do I got to play a land first? Okay. It's a purple land. I don't know. Did I know anything about the show? Yeah, I knew lots about the show, and I was a fan. I didn't know anything about the character when I was asked to audition for it. I was just given some sides from other movies and shows that I did, and then I was given fake sides from the show, and I kind of built a world up in my head of who I thought this guy could be. I created like a mood board, which I have started to do for projects now. And on that mood board was like Will Byers and all the kids, and then other characters from horror that I really liked and thought would be cool to put in there. And then I went to go meet Matt and Ross Duffer with my little book under my arm, and I was like, this is what I think the character should be, or is. I didn't show it to them until the end of the meeting. They showed me these incredible visuals of what they thought Vecna was going to be, and then a week later, I got a call saying, you've got the job. So that's how it happened. But yeah, that was my knowledge at the time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When you auditioned, normally when people audition, they have a fake name for the character. Do you remember what Vecna's was? That's my favorite question to ask.
Ashy.
Ashy.
A-S-H-E.
Ashy. Okay, nice.
I had
like
no
that.
idea why. I still
Less
don't know why.
intimidating than Vecna.
Yeah, that's
I'd
true.
say.
Yeah.
That's just a guy named Ashy.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Hi, my name is Nadia, and hi, Jamie.
Hi.
So I really, really, really like Sweeney Todd, and because music is such a big part of me, and characters are, and I love your character in Sweeney Todd, I kind of want to know, like, what was your, I guess, favorite part of that, even though it was kind of already asked. I literally only came up here to say hi and talk about Sweeney Todd.
Hey, there we go.
Again, I loved all of it, but I obviously remember working with Alan Rickman with a great deal of fondness.
Can I ask about Helena Bonham Carter?
You can ask. What do you want to know?
Was she nice?
She was lovely.
Yay!
Yeah.
I love Helena Bonham Carter.
What if he was like,
ask.
no?
I was gonna be
It was
so
awful.
disappointed.
No, she was incredible. She's an amazing performer and very warm and full of lovely energy. Yeah, no, she was great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was so nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you. Bye-bye.
Hi there.
Hello. What a cool Slytherin jacket.
Thank you.
That's fire.
So I'm Bree. Saw you earlier. And my question for you is actually a Harry Potter question, and it's, what was it like preparing for the role of young Grindelwald, if there was any prep at all?
Girl, I jumped out a window.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Iconic.
So trampolining was a big part of my preparation for the job. There was none. I'll be honest with you. I was young and dumb, and I was given an amazing opportunity to be on that set, for which I'll forever be grateful. I'd read the books when I was a kid, because it's sort of my era. We were also reading a series of books at the same time in English called The Lives of Christopher Chant. If anybody has ever come across those books, they're kind of cool too. Again, kind of magic-y kind of stuff. But yeah, no, I remember being on set and David Yates coming in and saying, do you want a stunt double for this? And I was like, David, if you use a stunt double, it's not going to be me in your film.
I'm in one scene.
This is it. This is all I've got. And it's like 2 feet. I think I'll be fine. So yeah, no, but I remember that experience so fondly, and I was fortunate enough to be with Mr. Tom Felton a couple of weeks ago, and I remember when I met Tom, he was so kind and sweet to me all those years ago, and he's a lovely guy, and he said to me, I remember, I'll never forget it, we were at a party, and he was like, oh, we're so lucky to have you here. And I just thought, what a nice thing for him to say, so yeah, I've got beautiful, fond memories of it.
Love that.
But trampolining is my answer.
Love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we do have about 10 minutes left.
All right, I'll try and be
so
quick.
We might do a little lightning round if that's okay. Awesome.
Wish me luck. I
No,
talk
it's
for
okay.
hours.
We won't.
I'm already
we won't
talking.
be
Shut up,
mad.
Jamie.
We won't be mad.
As you told once Joseph, shut the F up.
Shut the fuck up. No, he told me that.
Well, anyways, it's hi to see you again.
Hi.
I'm Jen.
Hi.
In case you forgot, memory of a goldfish. I want to know what inspired you to write Heaven in Your Eyes, because it is a powerful song, and you probably made everyone in this room cry with it.
Loss in general. There was a period of time where I thought we were going to lose somebody really close to me, and like probably everyone in this room, I've lost friends and loved ones, in recent years and when I was a kid. And I think it was about the idea of what happens if somebody goes and like you never had the opportunity to say I love you to them. And that's where it comes from, and that longing for that feeling and that longing for that connection. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello again.
So I wanted to ask like a two-part question. It's really quick. There was rumors about a new Twilight coming out and a new show of Harry Potter, and they were thinking of you being Voldemort. And if they were to give it that role to you, would you take it?
Of course. I'm unemployed. Absolutely.
This nose, I don't need it.
Yeah.
It's gone.
You'll be playing two bald characters with no nose. There you go.
Hey, I don't mind being bald.
Qualifications.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kobe.
Hi, Kobe.
If you hadn't been an actor or a musician, what do you think you would have done?
Dead.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Kayla.
Hi,
It's
Kayla.
so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I have another Sweeney Todd question because that came out when I was in 6th grade. Like, kickstarted my love for musical theater, which is wild, everything. But with having the background in theater and being a musician, how different was it doing a movie musical? And did you like that? Would you do it again?
Oh, I'd definitely do it again, 100%. You know, it's funny, it didn't feel all that wildly different.
Yeah.
You know, we obviously pre-recorded the music. I think one of the cast wanted to sing live. I certainly didn't. I remember recording in a studio called Air Studios up in North London with a 72-piece orchestra with Tim, Helena, Stephen Sondheim, and a bunch of other cast members there, which was absolutely terrifying. And when I got onto set, you know, we had playback, so I would sing to the playback. So it didn't feel like I certainly wasn't miming, but the music, you know, the voice recording wasn't going down. So it didn't feel all that wildly different. It felt quite natural to me at the time. But yes, I would do it again in a heartbeat.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello again.
Hello.
Hi, my name's Autumn.
Hi, Autumn.
And you've talked about struggling with dyslexia.
Yes.
I'm dyslexic too. I was just wondering how that's affected, like, or if it's affected your career at all.
It hasn't affected my career. I was very fortunate. I'm 36 now, and like I mentioned, the school I went to earlier I was very lucky to go to the educational establishment that I went to, and it was around the time where kind of dyslexia was, you know, sort of coming further into the conversation regarding like exams and things like that. So I was some of the first people to ever really be able to take their exams on a computer, which for me really helps because with my dyslexia, my sort of brain moves faster than my hand, but for some reason I find it way easier to type. It just works out that way. With my career, it's funny. If anything, I think it's been a help. You know, the way my mind works is so visual. And yes, okay, if I'm reading a book, I can skip lines, or I can skip paragraphs, or I can finish a page and go, hold on, did any of that go in, or was I just kind of skimming all of it? Whereas with a script, I feel like maybe it's just my focus is more in tune anyway, because I know that I've got to perform it. Maybe that's it. But because I'm visual, as I'm reading it, I can see it and see what I'm doing at the same time. So no, it hasn't hindered my career really. I do seem to have an innate ability to remember things, sometimes to my detriment. But no, it hasn't hindered my career whatsoever. I mean, I think there's a lot of creative people, artists and actors who are dyslexic, and I know, you know, some of them use the method of like saying the words and recording the words and then listening back to them. I don't need to do that for some reason, so it's not a hindrance. If anything, it's a bit of a superpower.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi again.
Hey again.
Someone asked a similar question, but I just wanted to know: do you like any emo bands, like mainly Pierce the Veil?
Yeah, I like Pierce the Veil. Yeah, Vic Fuentes, right? Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, I mean, again, honey, I'm 36. 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, I was there.
Choosing the MySpace song.
I do my MySpace. I keep on going trying to.
Biggest MySpace song, like the longest running. Do you remember?
Well, it was probably Gallows, if I'm being totally honest. It was probably Abandoned Ship by Gallows. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, My Chemical Romance for sure. I make music, like we said, and I was actually at Gerard's house years ago mixing some music that I'd made, and Gerard comes in and he's like listening to it, he's like shuffles in, he hears it, and he's like, hey man, that's pretty cool. And I was like, thanks. So yeah, no, I love it. I love it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, first of all, jealous that you got to meet him and be in his house and just hang out.
Super cool guy.
I'm Sarah, by the way.
Hey, Sarah.
I was just curious if you had anything that you really, really liked from Jace's character in City of Bones, or if there's something that you wanted to like continue if the movies would have been made for the other books.
That's such a beautifully projected yet veiled question. Was there anything I liked about Jace's character? Yeah, I mean, I liked it all. Like, you have to love the characters that you're playing. You just have to. Would I have continued in this series? Yeah, but as I've said to some people today already, you know, all good things come to an end. And I was just fortunate enough to be able to be that character for the time that I was.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
My name is Sarah, and I wanted to ask is there a role that you wish you would have gotten, or you auditioned for something and you wanted it so bad, but you just didn't end up getting it?
Yes.
What was it?
Lots.
The world may never know.
Have you seen The Menu?
Yes, I have.
I really, really, really wanted to be the character that Nick played. Oh my God, that's such a... It would have been awesome. I mean, I love Nick, and he's amazing, and he did an incredible job. But yeah, I remember doing the audition for it, and I was just like so cut open. It was the end of season 4, and I was like, I'm so present, man. Everything's amazing, and just feeling like I did a killer job on it. But you know, again, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Jamie. My name's Valerie.
Hi, Valerie.
So I was wondering, with your more your villain roles like Vecna or Caius, how hard it was not to break character while you're filming, and if there's any scenes that we can see where you're like smirking or like smiling when you're not supposed to, you know, like breaking character.
Well, there's nothing that ended up in camera, thankfully. That all ended up on the cutting room floor. With season 4, there's some blooper reels where you can see where Nancy's tied to the chair, and I'm like in her mind being like, I want you to show her everything, I think is what I'm saying. And she's going, no! And I just kept on saying yes back to her. She was like, no! I was like, yes! And so at a certain point after doing that, like maybe 7 or 8 times backwards and forwards, I just fucking lost it. And that ended up in the blooper reel. I fell over playing Vecna as well in season 4. I said this, I think, at another con, but yeah, I remember like everyone gasping, and I was like, oh, they feel really sorry for me. They don't. They just were worried about the costume. Yeah, those are the only times I can kind of remember it, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You'd have to fall over. You were covered in KY jelly.
I just slid across the floor.
Yeah, done.
Studio's as big as this room. I ended up out the door. See ya, fuckers.
Hello again, it's
Hi
me.
again.
So, when you were filming Twilight, was there any moments where, whether in camera you were on or off camera, was your favorite, or actors you love to meet?
Well, Christopher Hayedall, who plays Marcus, and I were very badly behaved. We were very naughty and constantly making jokes, and I love Chris very, very much, and I've had the opportunity to see him around a few conventions. So I can tell you that particularly whilst making the second New Moon, you know, we're off camera, or we're out of focus for most of it, you know, but we were being naughty and giggly when the cameras weren't running. And I have very, very fond memories of that. And then for the last 2, for Breaking Dawn, we were down in Baton Rouge in Louisiana, and we were all living in the same hotel, and we kind of took over the town, which was really cool. Like, it was a really fun thing to do, and we got to meet the mayor, and yeah, it was cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like a consummate professional, you just did that right on time. Way to go.
Hey,
The internal clock. The internal clock. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for coming to GalaxyCon. Thank you for coming to Columbus. It was a pleasure having you.
It's always a pleasure to be here. It means a lot to me, and there's something that I've sort of come to the realization of recently, and I like to say it in front of people when I see them. Thank you so much for letting me be a very small part of your very big lives. It means a lot. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of some incredible shows that just really strike a chord with not only you, but with me as well. And my heart really is filled with a lot of love and a lot of warmth for you all, because I know how lovely these spaces are. So thank you for letting me be here. It really does mean a lot, and I love you, and if you'll have me back, I'd love to come back another time, so thank you.
Yeah, give it up one more time for Jamie. We're gonna actually go ahead and do a stage selfie, so if everybody would like to stand up and come closer to the stage, not on the stage, but closer to the stage, we're gonna take a quick picture.